You think you've seen it all, until a small, unassuming coin walks through your door and flips your world upside down. This is the story of how a million-dollar treasure hid in plain sight for decades, waiting for the right person to uncover its secret. It started like any other day at the gold and silver pawn shop. Customers, chaos, and the usual cast of characters. Then, a quiet man in his 50s, clutching a worn leather pouch, stepped up to the counter, looking more curious than confident. In my business, curiosity is where the greatest stories and the biggest profits begin. The shop is a museum of human history, and after years in the business, I can spot value where others see junk. When the man reached the counter, he placed the pouch down, hands trembling. "I have a coin," he whispered. "My father gave it to me. He said it was special." Out slid a tarnished old coin, nothing flashy. I see hundreds of coins a week, most worth a few bucks. But then he looked me in the eye and said, "I think it's a 1913 Liberty Head nickel, and I think it's worth over $1 million. Suddenly, he had my full attention. $1 million claim is a big one, and the 1913 Liberty Head nickel is legendary. Only 5 are known to exist. I grabbed my magnifying glass and examined the coin, Lady Liberty, 13 stars, the Roman numeral 5, and the date, 1913. My heart skipped a beat. The man explained his father worked at the US Mint and somehow acquired the coin. Stories are cheap, but the coin looked right. Still, fakes are everywhere, and only an expert could say for sure. "I've got a buddy who's an expert on these," I told him. It was time to call in the big guns. The 1913 Liberty Head nickel is a ghost, never meant to exist, struck in secret by a mint employee. Only 5 were ever made, and their whereabouts are well documented. Samuel Brown, the man behind the legend, kept them hidden for years before revealing their existence. Each coin has passed through the hands of kings and collectors, breaking records at auction. To own one is to own a piece of forbidden history. The idea that a 6th could exist was almost unthinkable. If real, this coin would rewrite numismatic history. The stakes had never been higher. When you're out of your depth, you call in an expert. My buddy, a top numismatic authenticator, flew in to examine the coin. The shop was electric as he unpacked his forensic kit. Microscopes, scales, special lights. He weighed the coin, checked the strike, and compared every detail to the 5 known examples. The tension was thick as he scrutinized the date, Liberty's hair, and the coin's edge. Finally, he leaned back, smiled, and said, "It's real." This was a genuine, previously unknown 1913 Liberty Head nickel. The room erupted. History had just walked through our door. The expert's verdict changed everything. The coin could fetch up to $2 million at auction. The owner was stunned, but now came the negotiation. Auctions are risky and expensive. Selling to me would be fast and private. I offered $750,000 cash on the spot. He countered, asking for $1.2 million. We went back and forth, weighing risk and reward. Finally, we met in the middle. We shook hands on a life-changing deal. It was the biggest purchase in the shop's history. A national treasure had found a new home. This wasn't just another sale. It was a moment that made headlines and cemented our shop's reputation. The seller's life changed overnight. He planned to pay off his house, help his family, and finally take that dream vacation. For us, the coin brought attention, new customers, and a legendary story. It became the ultimate "you never know what's going to come through that door" moment. This single coin embodied the spirit of the pawn business: history, mystery, and life-changing surprises. Looking back, it was more than a transaction. It was an adventure, and it's why I love this job. The $1 million nickel proves treasures aren't just in pirate ships. They're hiding in attics, basements, and old boxes. The only thing separating junk from treasure is knowledge and curiosity. Take a closer look at what you own. Research, investigate, and you might be surprised. The internet makes it easier than ever to uncover hidden stories and value. Remember the man with the 1913 nickel. He was just an ordinary guy who paid attention. Sometimes the treasure finds you. What's waiting to be discovered?